The year is 2024, and none of the Ballon d'Or contenders for the year under review were able to score up to 30 goals in all competitions in the 2023-24 season. You see stuff like this and you just shake your head, because just years ago, Ballon d'Or contenders were usually pushing a century of goal contributions every year. Everyone got so used to it that we forgot football was hardly ever like that before the emergence of some two freaks. Guys, the sport is simply just returning to how it was before those two aliens arrived to absolutely dominate it for 2 decades. And you know the aliens we're talking about here, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. If you started watching football in the late 2010s or 2020s, I'm sorry, but you didn't experience these guys at the peak of their powers. So you might ask, how good were prime Messi and Ronaldo actually? Damn, where do we even start? Let's begin from 2004. At this time, Messi and Ronaldo were still teenagers. This was a year into Ronaldo's Manchester United career, and the first time he ever went to a major international competition with the senior team, and it was a big one. It was Euro 2004, and it was hosted by Portugal. At the time, he was already recognized as the nation's golden boy, so there was some pressure. Yeah, the country had superstar players like Figo, Deco, Rui Costa and Maniche, but a lot of eyes were already on the 19-year-old Ronaldo because they knew he was the future. And for a kid, he really did put up a good show. He scored 2 goals at the tournament, including the opening goal of the semi-final against the Netherlands, and he also converted his spot kick in the quarter-final against England. He helped Portugal reach their first ever final of a major tournament, and for his performances, he was named in the official 23-man Euro 2004 Team of the Year. Portugal didn't win the trophy, but they had hope that their golden boy would, one day, do it for them. Speaking of golden boys, in 2005, an 18-year-old Lionel Messi won the Golden Boy Award after a dazzling year all round. That year, he won his first La Liga title, and he won the FIFA Under-20 World Cup with Argentina, winning the Golden Ball and the Golden Boot on his way. Everyone who watched him at that tournament knew that he was an absolute freak of nature, but we still didn't fully understand it. In 2006, Messi won his first Champions League, but the real rivalry between these two didn't start until 2007, when they both finished up as runners-up to Kaká at the FIFA World Player of the Year award, as well as the Ballon d'Or. From that point, it was already clear that they were inseparable. At the FIFA World Player of the Year, it was Messi second and Ronaldo third, while the Ballon d'Or had Ronaldo second and Messi third. We all should have taken that as a sign. There was never going to be a consensus on who's better. You know what else we should have taken as a sign? Pelé shaking hands with these two kids as they came up to receive their awards at the 2007 FIFA Awards Gala. It felt like that was the day the GOAT passed on the baton to the players who would take over from him, because from 2007 onwards, Ronaldo and Messi blew up and went into a different stratosphere, miles ahead of anybody else in the sport. These two first played against each other in 2008 when Man United went up against Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League semi-final. Ronaldo came out on top in that tie and went on to win the final against Chelsea, securing his first Champions League medal. That season, the Portuguese was unstoppable. He scored 31 goals in the Premier League, which at the time was the most scored by a player in a single 38-game Premier League season. He also scored 8 in the Champions League, including 1 in the final, to finish as the top scorer in the competition that season. In total, Ronaldo had 50 goal contributions in 49 appearances that season, and he deservedly won the Ballon d'Or. For context, Kaká won the Ballon d'Or the previous season with 29 goal contributions in 48 appearances. Ronaldo and Messi were raising the standards of the game, and it was so clear for all to see. It wasn't just the Ballon d'Or Ronaldo won in 2008, he cleared everything. He won the Premier League Golden Boot, European Golden Shoe, PFA Player of the Year, FWA Footballer of the Year, UEFA Club Footballer of the Year, Champions League top scorer, and he also became the first Premier League player to be named FIFA World Player of the Year. It was a truly incredible season for Ronaldo, but the next year was Messi's turn. These two met again, but this time it was in the Champions League final. Ronaldo had won in 2008, but this time Messi scored and Barcelona won. You see, the 2008-09 season was the first time where Messi went an entire season without injury problems, and that was when we got to see what kind of animal he truly was. He finished the season with 57 goal contributions in 51 appearances, won the sextuple, finished as the youngest ever Champions League top scorer at the time, and won the Ballon d'Or and FIFA World Player of the Year by the widest margins in the history of the awards. These two were going machine for machine in their early 20s, and the rivalry was already heating up. But Cristiano Ronaldo decided to spice things up even more for us by moving to La Liga to play for Barcelona's biggest rival, Real Madrid. Adding the Messi and Ronaldo rivalry to El Clasico was like throwing mints into a bottle of Coke. The rivalry skyrocketed beyond what anyone else could have ever imagined. Yes, El Clasico had always been one of the fiercest rivalries in world football, but Messi and Ronaldo being on either side of this rivalry made it 10 times better, more heated, and of course, more profitable. From this point, almost everything in football was divided by the line between Ronaldo and Messi. Barcelona versus Real Madrid, Europe versus South America, Pep Guardiola versus Jose Mourinho, Adidas versus Nike, Pez versus FIFA, you name it. You could go through life loving both Pele and Maradona, both Zidane and Ronaldinho, both Cruyff and Di Stefano, but as far as fans are concerned, you just cannot be a real football lover if you haven't picked a side between Messi and Ronaldo. The entire sport was measured through their metrics, and in fact, fans could tell what kind of person you are and what kind of football you enjoy just by which one of the two you believe is better. They were that good, and they would only get better. These two kept pushing each other to unimaginable levels. In October 2012, the Classico ended 2-2, and all 4 goals were scored by Messi and Ronaldo. They just kept going band for the band. In 2010, Messi won the Pichichi Trophy for being the top scorer in La Liga. In 2011, Ronaldo won it. Messi then came back to win it in 2012 and 2013. And of course, Ronaldo didn't take that lying down, so he returned to win the award in 2014 and 2015. They did the same thing in the Champions League. Ronaldo finished as the top scorer in 2008 and every single year between 2013 and 2018, while Messi was the top scorer every year between 2009 and 2012, as well as in 2015 and 2019. So, how good were prime Messi and Ronaldo in a nutshell? Put it this way, these guys obliterated the history books in just about a decade. They're both the top 2 all-time highest goal scorers in La Liga history, UEFA Champions League history, and international football history. They're also the top 2 for the most hat-tricks in La Liga and Champions League history, and the top 2 for most goals in a single La Liga season. No, scratch that. Between them, they're top 6 for highest scoring individual seasons in La Liga history. Messi scored 50 in the 2011-12 season, Ronaldo scored 48 in the 2014-15 season, Messi and Ronaldo scored 46 in the 2012-13 and 2011-12 seasons respectively. Messi scored 43 in the 2014-15 season, and Ronaldo scored 40 in the 2010-11 season. Guys, these numbers aren't normal at all. To contextualize it for you, Ronaldo scored 46 goals in La Liga alone in the 2011-12 season and did not win the Golden Boot. Do you realize how crazy that is? Everyone was calling Haaland a goal machine in his debut season at Man City, but he didn't even score up to 40 league goals. Haaland scored 36 Premier League goals in the 2022-23 season, which is only equal to Messi's 5th highest scoring league season and just 1 more than Ronaldo's 4th. These guys broke football. Together, they won every single Ballon d'Or award available between 2008 and 2017. That was 10 years of dominating the biggest and most relevant award in world football. In fact, in the 16 years between 2008 and 2023, it was only on 2 occasions that a man not named Ronaldo or Messi won the Ballon d'Or trophy. That was some insane duopoly. We'd never seen anything like this ever in football's entire history. And you know what was crazy? People still somehow managed to disrespect these monsters. For a long time, the only thing pessimists could use to discredit them was the fact that they'd not achieved success with their national teams. As of 2015, both Messi and Ronaldo had scored hundreds of goals, won multiple Ballon d'Or awards, multiple League and Champions League titles, golden boots and all sorts, but they'd not yet managed to win international trophies. Ronaldo had gotten to the final of the Euros in 2004, while Messi had reached the final of the Copa America in 2007 and 2015, and the final of the World Cup in 2014, but neither had managed to win something with their senior national teams. Many said that because of that, they couldn't be compared to the likes of Pelé, Maradona, and even Zidane, who were able to lead their national teams to major honors. Honestly, it was a pretty crazy thing to say, because even without those international trophies, Messi and Ronaldo were still obviously the best players we'd ever seen, and they didn't need to prove anything to anyone. But mentality monsters that they are, they still made sure to prove the doubters wrong. You know, just for the fun of it. In 2016, Cristiano Ronaldo captained Portugal to their first ever major trophy after he helped them win the Euros. And then he did it again in 2019, when he helped Portugal win the inaugural edition of the UEFA Nations League. Messi, on the other hand, took a little longer and faced more final defeats, but he eventually did it in 2021, when he captained Argentina to Copa America success, their first major trophy in 28 years, and Messi's first senior international trophy after previously losing 4 finals. He would then go on to win the Finalissima and the World Cup in 2022, before successfully defending the Copa America in 2024. With the international trophies, nobody could speak their name anymore without looking silly. These guys remain the most complete players of all time, and the fact that they were at their peak for a very long time makes their careers 10 times more impressive than any other legend that came before them. In their prime, they were doing it week in, week out. They took no days off. And this is not even an exaggeration. Lionel Messi once went 21 straight La Liga games scoring at least 1 goal, while Cristiano Ronaldo once went 11 straight Champions League games scoring at least 1 goal. They both held the record for most opponents scored against in a single 38-game La Liga season. Ronaldo scored against every single opponent he faced in the 2011-12 season, and then Messi went on to do the same thing the very next season. They also both hold the record for most hat-tricks scored in a single La Liga season with 8. This is how they always fight for records, pushing each other every step of the way. Ronaldo holds the record for most away goals in Champions League history, while Messi holds the record for most home goals. Ronaldo holds the record for most knockout goals in Champions League history, while Messi holds the record for most group stage goals. Ronaldo holds the record for the most goals in Champions League history, while Messi holds the record for the most different opponents scored against in Champions League history. Ronaldo has scored the most goals from direct free kicks in Champions League history, while Messi has scored the most goals from direct free kicks in La Liga history. Ronaldo is the all-time top scorer in European football history, while Messi is the top scorer in South American football history. Honestly, we could go on and on and on. These two guys can go goal for goal, stat for stat, trophy for trophy, and record for record all day, every day. They're absolute freaks of nature, and we will honestly never see any rivalry like this in our lifetime. So, instead of continuously comparing, maybe we all need to just sit back and enjoy their last few days as professional footballers. Because, guys, no matter how painful it is to think about, the truth is that we're nearing the end. The end of the greatest rivalry that's ever existed in sports history. the rivalry between Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Are these two the greatest ever players in football history in your opinion? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it.